Okay, hello everybody. My name is Tom Hobden and I am a choreographer and the artistic director of Unit. And at Unit, we want to see everybody dancing every day. Now, every adventure has to start somewhere, right? And this is my first adventure into YouTube. And I'm hoping that not only will this be day number one, but a bit of a journey that we're going to take for the next, I don't know, years, maybe, who knows? And as part of that journey, I did a talk about a month ago in May called Dance, Digital and Participation. And as an offshoot of that, I said I was going to talk to some of my friends that work in this field and do some interviews. And this is the first one of those. This is episode number 1. And we are going to be talking to Katie Dale-Everett, who is a brilliant chum that I made at Studio Wayne McGregor when I was doing the Quest Lab. And actually quite a few of the interviews I've got coming up are some of those brilliant Quest Lab artists. Instead of me going on and on and on, because I love to talk, especially those people that know me, I think we should just jump straight in. Let's go. Okay, hi everyone. Tom Hobden calling here. I'm trying something out really new today, which is that I'm going to interview a few of my best digital dance buddies. And my very first one, and it's a real experiment here, is the lovely Katie Everett Dale of Katie Everett Dale Dance. It's quite a mouthful. Oh,
Katie Dale-Everett, not
oh, Katie Dale Everett. I've already gone totally wrong.
sorry.
Katie Dale-Everett, and she's of Katie Dale-Everett Dance. That's a mouthful, but you know, there we go. That's her name, so that's a good place to start. The first thing I thought I'd do, just Katie, is could you just tell us a little bit about maybe where you are, what you're up to, something about your company? That'd be great.
Sure. So, thank you first of all for having me. It's really exciting, and I attended your course, and I thought it's brilliant, and I learned a lot from that too. So, I think I'm still learning really, although I'm a digital dance artist, exploring dance and virtual reality to look at how technology may be able to create a connection that brings humans together in a more connected way, and try and use technology for good. And as an artist as well at the moment, I'm really lucky to have received some of the Arts Council England emergency response funding to dive into the technology myself, because I've worked with a lot of collaborators, but I really want to sort of develop my own skills so that I can understand the tech much better. So that's kind of what I'm using lockdown for, to go on to things like Unity that Tom mentioned in his course, to see where else I can take it really.
Had you done anything with VR before this? Like, how did you get there?
No, I haven't. I met Tom through Wayne McGregor's Quest Lab, which was absolutely amazing. And Studio Wayne McGregor and the Quest Lab scheme really pushed me to think about how digital sits within my practice. So before, I did a lot of work with projection and sort of interaction with audiences. But I love connection, how people connect together, and virtual reality allows you to play with the different senses, which I also thought was brilliantly addressed in Tom's talk. That it's so important, particularly at the moment, that we're connecting, and VR, although it shuts off a lot of senses, it allows you to play with your audiences in new ways. And like in moments of this piece I'm developing called Emper, just having a touch while someone's in VR really sort of emphasizes the sensation of connection and touch. So I'm really excited. I don't know a lot about VR, and I think that's a really good thing and a good place to be in, because then you find new ways to work with tech. But also, I'm sure you'll ask later about tips, but I think throw yourself at things, pick it up and get to know it, ask questions, talk to people like Tom and me, and just don't be afraid. If I can do it, you can do it.
Were you quite skeptical about like how touch and VR were going to work when you started to sort of do it? I guess that's one of the things I would worry about, that it's sort of a bit like it's quite alienating. It was what did you figure out?
Yeah, well, I think for me, I think technology is brilliant, but there are a lot of concerns that technology is going to come into place to sort of replace human connection. And what I actually found was that you can, like I said, enhance the senses, but also create new spaces for people to experience connection through. So whether that's in the piece, we're using both a VR headset, but we're attaching what are called Z minis, which are stereo cameras, so they view the world like the same distance as your eyes. And we're feeding the image into the VR headset. So we're playing between 3 different worlds, so kind of the real world. Actually, we use blindfolds as well on the piece, and virtual spaces that we've built ourselves, and then this kind of inlay of real live camera feeds. And I think, what I've learned is that by mixing through those different worlds and those different places, it challenges yourself to think differently. And AMP is all about bringing 2 numb dancers, 2 strangers together, and not really meeting until the real end in the normal world we see. The normal way we see the world. So I love that VR allows me to be able to manipulate in a kind and safe and wonderful way people, so that we can sort of control their experience, but also allow freedom to explore and play, to find new places that would not be possible without the tech.
Just thinking about like all of this stuff that's been happening in the dance world, with all the kind of new films and new stuff and new bits and bobs, like what's your thoughts and feelings about it? Have you sort of started anything at the moment, or are you going to use stuff that you've made already, or nothing at all? Don't know.
I'm actually I'm working with Motus at the moment as part of their program to reach a lot more younger people. What I'm really enjoying about the project is thinking about how to use what I already have, but also how do I present it in a digital way that's interesting and engaging and that's different, but really relates to my practice. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's the biggest sort of question I'm doing at the moment. And then in my other role, I work for Sussex Dance Network, which is, as it suggests, for artists in the local area to come together and have a support network. And we are running a whole digital program, so having people take part in workshops online, interactive galleries online. So I'm really excited by how my kind of Dale-Everett dance world is seeping into my other company's work.
Stuff as well. That's great. Okay, this is the classic bit, Katie. This is the bit that everybody wants to know. So just some top tips around kind of digital or participation or anything you can throw at us, really. Yeah.
Sure. My first one is that things will always go wrong, and I'm afraid of that. And yeah, I mean, it happened in our first sharing of Emperor. It never happened in any of the rehearsals, and then it went wrong. But even though I was inside panicking and trying to calmly deal with the situation, the participant had no idea. So I think, yeah, just like any other performance, remain calm, find a way through it. I think use the tech in a meaningful way. Don't just place it in alongside dance unless there's a real meaning and a real kind of exploration between it, because otherwise, just like anything, what's the point? Why would you collaborate with a painting artist if there wasn't a real reason and a real sort of pull together? So know why you're using the tech. Mm-hmm. And I think if you're working with a collaborator, then to develop a shared language that you can, and acknowledge that you come from different backgrounds, and that that's a beautiful thing. But how do you communicate? It might take a bit longer. There might be moments where you just need to sit back and let them do their thing, or moments where you really work together. But I think it's a new landscape to explore.
That's great. Yeah, I really agree with all that. You know, especially with the collaborator, I tend to find that that they can get really excited in different directions, and then you're talking at cross purposes kind of thing. So you have to check in with each other quite a lot with it all, don't you? Like, where can all these wonderful people get in touch with you? How can they get in touch with you?
Sure. So I'm. I didn't say earlier that I'm based in Brighton, so I'm Sussex based. But you can get in touch through my Instagram or directly through my website or my email that I'm sure Tom will add in here. But yeah, I'd love to hear from you if you've got any questions. I'd be happy to ask and answer. And it's really great to be part of this. So thank you, Tom.
Thank you so much, Katie. That was really interesting. Great to learn about your practice, to know what you're doing, and really good to hear that anybody can just get in touch with you. We've put all of the links just down below, everybody. So if you do want to reach out to Katie, then please do that. It's the cringeworthy bit. It's the first time I've ever had to do this, and I'm going to keep doing it at the end of each one of my my videos, I'm sure. Please, if you've liked today's interview, will you subscribe below? Will you please also like it? And if you want to do that notifications thing because you want to, you know, catch up with us every time we do this, then please do that. That will really help us out. This is it. Number 1 done. Let us know what you thought. All right. Thanks very much. Tom Hobden, over and out.